guys, and welcome back to my chart ruler series. Okay, so in today's video we are going to be discussing the Capricorn rising chart ruler. First and foremost, as I have said throughout the entirety of this series, if you don't know what the chart ruler is within astrology, then please make sure that you check out my chart ruler introduction video. By having a Capricorn rising, then this means that the grandfather planet, as I like to refer to him as, Saturn, is going to be your chart ruler. Also meaning that as you do enter into all of these areas of your life, you're going to be doing so through the lens that is Capricorn. Alright, so firstly, I'm going to discuss the meaning of Saturn, what's the planet all about. Then I'm going to be going through the role that Saturn will play in your life. And then I'm going to finish off by looking at how you can then interpret your Saturn placement within your birth chart. For more information all about Saturn though, then please be sure to check out my Saturn in Astrology video. Quick side note as well, Saturn is also the traditional ruler of Aquarius, and Aquarius is going to be the last sign in this series. So Aquarius is going to come right after Capricorn, and that's going to be us. That's going to be the series complete finito. Okay, so in my Sagittarius rising chart ruler video, I talked about how Jupiter is really associated with Zeus. Mighty Zeus, the king of the gods, all-seeing, all-knowing. But when it comes to Saturn, Saturn is associated with the oldest of all the gods. This is exactly why I call him the grandfather planet. It's Saturn who was really given rulership of the earth. Just pause for a second, Rulership, right? Rulership of earth. This right here is, after all, Capricorn, the cardinal earth sign, meaning the earth sign that initiates, meaning the master builder, the empire builder. But what is needed in order to build something? That's right, time. Okay, it's just one of the many things, but time is very important. And this is exactly why Saturn is often referred to as Father Time, because it's time that is required in order for things to build, in order for things to come to fruition. What would a beautiful flower for you Americans be without time? What would a hot, smooth cup of coffee be without time? And I do think that this is the main purpose for Saturn. It's time. It's appreciating that time is so valuable, and so we should not take it for granted. Regardless of the concept of infinity, as we did discuss within the Pisces video, regardless of abundance, when it comes to Sagittarius, time, you see, time is really, it's really all we have. Time is really all we have on this planet, you know? Okay, yes, I get it. Time is an illusion. It's not linear. There are parallel dimensions. But time is as real as time can be. Trust me. I'm very glad, right? I for one, I'm very glad that time let my hair grow back, right? My mom cut my hair like to something like here, or I don't know, maybe it wasn't that short, being dramatic there, but it was pretty damn short, very short, and I don't overly like having my hair super short, but thanks to time, my hair grows, right? So regardless of time being an illusion, regardless of everything being infinite, at the end of the day, hey, we're still here. We're still doing this. We're still in this reality, experiencing it through our own unique point of view, perception. But not only that, guys, but time brings all manifestation to an end, and it reassures us that this material world is only temporary. So the pain that you might be going through right now is temporary. It's the saying, right, of this too shall pass. I've experienced that actually quite frequently in the past month or so, of just sitting there and thinking, wow, I'm not feeling the best right now, but this too shall pass. This too shall pass. Say it with me, guys. This too shall pass. Furthermore, the symbol of Saturn represents the cross of manifestation above the crescent, meaning that the moon or the personality is being held down by the cross. The Sagittarius video, Jupiter above the cross. Capricorn, Saturn below. And it is a common thing that Saturn does get a pretty bad name within the astrological community, but don't worry. Don't be frightened of Saturn, because really Saturn cannot touch us. Saturn only shows us that which already exists within us. So guys, whilst Jupiter brings a sense of expansion and optimism, Saturn really elevates almost the complete opposite. Jupiter is limitless. Saturn shows us the limits and the boundaries. Saturn just likes to tell Jupiter, Jupiter, please, please, would you just be more responsible? Truly guys, it's Saturn that provides us with patience, with persistence, and self-discipline. Okay, so now with all of that out of the way, what role will Saturn have on your life by having a Capricorn rising? By having a Capricorn rising, your story isn't necessarily an easy one. It's as though you're standing at the foot of a mountain as you kind of rub your hands together and you take a really deep breath and you roll your shoulders back and you just go. You go, but you go very slowly. You take it step by step with caution, with a lot of caution. And this kind of does make sense though, because after all, you are climbing a freaking mountain. I'd like to think you'd take your time when you're going up a mountain. But the thing is once you do make it up one, it's on to another one. It's up, up, up we go. But again, very slowly. You know you will get there, you know. Could be 2 years, it could be 5 years, it could be 25 years, but you will get there in this life, right? You will be put through many tests, challenges, trials and errors and difficulties. But what you need to keep in mind is that it's through these things that you learn the value of hard work, time and perseverance. In fact, you are constantly forced to work hard and to overcome the obstacles. It's funny because I do have a Capricorn stellium and I also have an Aries moon, and for me, I'm just always doing. I'm always adding to this channel because for me, I see the value in time. I see the value in time in that it's time that helps me work on what I love to do, helps me work on the things I'm passionate about, helps me work on my craft. I know that there potentially is this goal that you want to strive for, but try not so much to focus on that, I think. I think the main thing is just to take it step by step. And with every little step that you go on, it's like a little rejoice or a celebration of, yay, I did it. That is true appreciation, to appreciate every moment as it comes. It's really about forming the foundation. It's that foundation that you form below whatever it is that you are working towards. Because you'll know that, say you do want to go and open a business, for example, you're going to have a very solid base below that. But still, it's appreciating that climb, right? It's like that Miley Cyrus song of enjoy the climb because the view is great. And in relation to the solid base, well, think of the two men from the Bible. One of them built their house on sand and the other one built theirs on rock. Just try to take a guess as to which house was still standing after a storm. Just take a guess. Capricorn risings, yes, it's safe to say that these things are going to come with much duty and responsibility. But the thing with you, Capricorn, is that this sense of duty, it possibly could have been placed upon you since birth. You might have been born into a family in which you were expected to grow up fairly quickly. Perhaps you felt like the only mature one in the family, Or it could be that your parents didn't really make you feel loved. They didn't make you feel wanted, and so you were sort of forced to be your own parent, to provide for yourself in many ways. Capricorn risings, what old souls you are. From the very beginning, Capricorn risings, you've been quite mature. Though still, it's these difficult experiences that you perhaps face throughout your life that does teach you a lot of valuable lessons. Because, well, you take them seriously. You have this amazing ability to take all the pain and all the struggles and all the sadness that you've dealt with perhaps in your early life and totally turn it around. Therefore, as a Capricorn rising, your life is about becoming a success. And whatever your definition of success is, you realize that success only comes after the repeated setbacks and the trials and the hard work. I do think that this is a huge lesson we can learn from Capricorns, and it's the importance of keeping on going, right? Keeping on going, realizing that the struggles we face in life, they do make us stronger. Setbacks are going to happen. We all go through hardships in life, but it's using those things, using them as these stepping stones to get to where you want to go. So now we have established what Saturn represents and the role that Saturn will play in your life. How exactly can you interpret your Saturn placement within your birth chart? Because after all, the placement of Saturn is going to play a very important role in your life. Now, whichever sign Saturn is in will tell you how these struggles are playing out, how they might manifest, how you might experience setbacks, how you overcome the challenges and the obstacles, and how you can really gain success in life. And whichever house your Saturn is in will tell you where you might experience the struggles, where there can be setbacks, where lessons can be learned, and where there can also be many rewards and success. Let's actually look at it from the Saturn return perspective, seeing as Saturn is at home in Capricorn right now in the sky. We're gonna do it by looking at a few examples. On that note, if you do know of any Capricorn risings or other people, or if you do, have a Capricorn rising yourself, then be sure to let us know in the comment section down below. Let's take somebody with a Capricorn rising, their Saturn in the sign of Pisces, in their second house. I just want to say quickly here that this placement does sort of remind me of my Pisces sun friend. Now, she doesn't have a Capricorn rising, but she does have a Pisces sun, and she also has her Saturn in the sign of Pisces. And the thing about this is I think it creates so much difficulty for her in order to really materialize her visions and her dreams. Yes, I think that Saturn and Pisces can do this, but at the same time, the thing about her is she has this huge imagination, right? And she wants she tells me about all these things that she wants to really bring into her reality or really make happen. And her visions are amazing. She's very inspirational that way. But the thing about it is she gets so lost. She just gets so lost. I can tell within her there's this type of inner chaos going on. And for this placement with Saturn and Pisces, I think it's more about having to develop the self-confidence in order to get the materializing of the things that you want to bring into reality. Do you just simply let other people come in and take and take and take from you? And my friend can get herself into these episodes of just distress and a lot of anxiety, really. Now, I know that she doesn't have a Capricorn rising, but in this case, okay, so in this case for this person with their Saturn in Pisces in the second house, the anxiety here might be based upon this person maybe losing what they own. They might even find themselves worried as to whether or not they have enough money. They're constantly thinking about how much is in the bank and about everything that they need or have. But at the same time, because this is Saturn in Pisces, there can be much sensitivity around these things. They could possibly even sacrifice themselves in the name of money. They might even sort of place a lot of their value in clinging to other people's problems and really wanting to help them. It would be really beneficial for them to learn to no longer really identify themselves with other people's dilemmas. The lesson with Saturn here is going to teach this person to really assess what it is that they do value, but more importantly, how do they value themselves? All of this worry and distress might actually be a result of them facing financial debt during some time of their lives, or some type of money problems whenever they were younger. But more than anything, I see this placement suggesting that this person felt unloved or not very valued. In their early life even, they might have not been given the go-ahead or the opportunity to develop their sensitivity, their artistic expression, or their creativity. Possibly they were criticized and discouraged from ever wanting to display these parts of themselves. Now, during the Saturn return for this person, there's going to be this sort of awakening inside of them, where they're going to realize that actually they are very compassionate people, and that they are natural born healers, and that they have the ability to go into fields such as medicine or psychology. They might even possibly get involved within the arts, so they could get involved with music, with writing poetry. Saturn return for them might possibly even show this person that they not only are natural born healers, and not only are they compassionate, but they can use these qualities about them in order to make money, in order to actually make a living from doing it. They possibly have been playing it safe all of their lives, rather than going after what it is that their heart truly desires. They'll possibly land into something much more powerful than they could ever have thought or imagined. Let's now take somebody with their Capricorn rising, Saturn in Aries in their 5th house. This might be a person who might be afraid to really assert themselves due to much anxiety that might be built up. There's a lot of caution with Saturn, basically. There's much caution, and so the caution could come in them really asserting themselves and really going after what they want. They'll possibly even miss out on many opportunities because of this caution. But because it's also in the 5th house, it's Saturn in the 5th house, you take that a step further and you can see that there is this caution, and when it comes to creating, there could be this self-creational block, so to speak. The self-confidence is blocked here, the ability to assert themselves or to go after things is also blocked here. All of these things could be stemming from the fact that they possibly have this critical parent who was standing in their way when it came to them being creative and when it came to their self-expression. The parent as well might have told them, no, you can't be angry. No, your anger is not an emotion that you're allowed to have. Could have also been told that they weren't good enough. They could have been told that they should not ask for things. It's rude. It's so rude that you would ask that. How dare you ask that? But what this individual must learn to realize is that the harshest critic that ever exists is the one within themselves. The one that pulls them back from asserting themselves. The one that pulls them back from expressing their inner child. And yes, this critic might have formed because of the parent, because of a certain situation. But it's understanding this and trying to get that critic inside themselves on their side. They need to learn what is worth the effort and what is not. For a start, they need to decide on the things that are really truly worth their time and can lead them to success. But at the same time, when it comes to their Saturn return, it's this analysis of, well, yes, you are an individual, but they can still become a leader without having to do everything on their own. They may realize that they maybe have been denying themselves their inner child or their creativity, and so it's about finding their voice when it comes to these things and when it comes to really expressing themselves. Okay guys, so that concludes my video on the Capricorn rising. In the next video then, I am going to be talking about the Aquarius rising. Yes, it's the final video of the series. So if you've not yet subscribed and you'd like to know when that video would be, then click the subscribe button, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And I will be back with another video very, very soon. Bye!